It's like me hanging on to it.
Did you have your GoPro on there?
No, not yet, but I'm going to.
I can't thank them enough for all the support they give me. And
The bike doesn't even know I'm on it.
We're not really.
So you do that.
It's just spinning. Just spinning.
That's right, guys. You have a rear suspension too. Do we need to put like?
That's what I'm saying. The spin?
You need a weight vest of 100 pounds.
Can you hand me that?
Just hold on the back.
Yeah,
Pull two up this shit.
I could definitely go faster. It's like, not my bike, not my bike, not my bike.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we're all going good. You know, it's
Killing it, dude.
204.
204?
That's faster than I did on my bike.
I know. I'm coming for you in a race though.
Oh, bring it.
202.0.
49s, you know, I did a couple of them a couple years ago. So
I went 204, 203, 202, low 202, and then I was gonna run a 201. But that bike also has like 20 horsepower more than mine though.
Oh. That bike has a lot more horsepower.
Yeah.
Insane Shane Narbonne, everybody.
A lot.
Number 64 early tire.
But it stops at 186.
Is that what it stops at?
Well, the speedo.
Yeah.
The speedometer stops at 186.
The fact that that's the fastest that bike's ever been. You hear me? Ever. You ain't listening to me.
Dude, it handles well. It handles really well.
Does it?
Yeah.
Gixxer, baby.
True. Big Suzuki guy here, so I can't say much.
You're sitting in the seat versus on top.
Let's go to Kenny for one question. Kenny, are you allowed to refuel the motorcycle during this red flag? If you are, they're going to line them up, and then it's going to be...
All right, so I will stream this on my YouTube.
Sprint race. Looking over to turn 4 up the super speedway over the service vehicles up left area. That rider will be transported to the infield care center here for further evaluation and treatment. Did not look as though they took a long time, and that rider was in the ambulance fairly quickly. So we wish that rider a speedy recovery. The motorcycle has also been taken back.
Hey, they've been there. All
paddock and garage area.
Dude, Mark came down and showed me. He was like, look, there's cameras.
Now have to assemble and provide.
Yeah, because you're looking.
And again, Kenny, we saw there with the new starting procedures for American Sport Superbike Racing Association events. Just 3 riders per row, and it is staggered, unlike what we've done here in the past, where it's been 4 riders up on that front row, just straight across, 3 in the second, 4 in the third, and so on back. So
that's what led to all the confusion.
Absolutely. Some of these guys that were used to the old format of lining them up from the start, I think caused the delay to be sure. A number of motorcycles overheating here as they were getting set to go. But this should be an absolutely thrilling finish, as just 3 riders had completed lap 29.
See that, buddy?
So we believe they'll go back to lap number 28. They'll
I'll take it.
the running order at the end of lap 28. That will form the basis for the starting grid, and then we should be in for a monumental battle in the conclusion of our 2-hour team challenge. And again, it is set to wrap up here 2 hours from the scheduled start.
I need glasses more than I need to worry about this.
1 o'clock before the lights went off and we were away racing. So we'll see exactly how much time they're going to indicate to the riders is what we're going to run home here to the check.
Last year, I'm with him the whole time. To answer one of your questions, they are allowed to work on the motorcycles, so they have worked on the motorcycles, and a lot of the teams have refueled, so they will have a fresh tank. They could possibly get to.
I don't know when they're going to put us on
that they currently have. One of the other pieces of confusion was that when they created the grid sheet.
Once I get it working in Azra, for some reason it just didn't like the Azra page.
Confusion at the beginning of the race. Hopefully
Now you'll see if Speedo stops at 186.
The riders meeting tomorrow morning that was not addressed at the riders meeting. We possibly should have. We would have eliminated some confusion.
No, I seen 172 at NC Bike. I normally see like 172, 173.
You need time on it. How many laps do you want me to do? Like 10?
National championship in the ASRA GTU class.
Do 5?
Whatever you want to do.
Your bike's easy to ride. I just stay in third. The whole infield, I just stay in third. I don't even shift. Up until the banking, I don't shift. Third to sixth, back to third, back to sixth, back to third.
I missed that memo. I've been staying in third by accident because I've been not counting the gears.
I totally forgot you had a quick shifter too.
Oh, no, I ain't that bad.
I was doing manual downshifts and then I was upshifting normal. I was like, oh wait, he has a quick shifter.
I'll give me a little bit of credit there, but
Really, I think he went to school on Norfolk and Angus early on, and then he just got faster and faster.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw what actually happened at the start, but with the process, the assistant starter has the crimson flag in front of the field, and she walks off.
I've walked and ran more today than I have in my entire life. Fuck this place.
those shoes don't look comfortable.
Yeah, me too.
Shoes are comfortable. Let's come on.
You got your bed at home.
The assistant starter walked off.
This is my Alex Spellman, Alex.
RPM starts coming out, red light comes on, Truex took off. And didn't wait for the light to actually go out.
restarting?
So he took off.
You are restarting row 5 or left.
And then the light went out, and then he started, and he fell back a couple
What row are we?
spots there. He let
Row
the guys
5
go.
or left with the red light.
Outside?
Right, I'm on the other bike.
Give those spots back and not get the penalty. So we'll see what the referee has to say at the end of the race when all of this shakes
8
out.
outside?
No.
If I was doing the math right.
Yes, 8 outside.
8?
So 5 outside.
8 far right.
Okay.
Are the rest of the grids up yet or not yet?
You know,
I mean, you gotta count.
I'm not doing it. When I do grids, they're out in 10 minutes.
True.
That is true.
Very fucking true.
I agree with that.
It has actually wiped out
5 at the front.
and second place. So there's now I'm gonna go out and
If you need my truck, I take the key of my toolbox.
I mean, it depends on what time she gets here, because our race are there
for the riders who are going to be up there on that lead lap at the front. Max on place with a minute 51.397. So he's certainly capable of running that pace. Diego Perez on the BPM Racing entry 35X, a minute 51.662. Mouse Racing, that was third. They're running a solid endurance pace, but their best lap was into the 53, so I don't think they've got the pace to go with the likes of the other riders. Matt Truma has the fastest lap of the race so far, a minute 51.005. You know he's going to be there, and also the number 7 Yamaha, the John Roto entry of Marvin Fritz, the German rider, a minute 51.809. He just continues to get faster as the time goes, as they get out there.
Motor America has to do everything back.
And also Shane
That's why everybody got confused.
Motor America painted these lines and we couldn't repaint it.
Depending on how long it's going to take here, figure a lot of times a little bit less than
On the straight.
Right there?
Yeah. As you're coming in, the bike's right there. He got hit on the embankment and slid down there. He got hit on the embankment.
You got hit on the race by somebody else?
Yeah.
Is he up front for your badges? Is that open?
The actual start time of the
That'll be
race.
open till 7.
Start time of the race was 3:10.
You didn't get seen the way back.
I'll take the C8.
I only have a C6. I'm not that
No, I want the,
drive it.
I want the mid-engine.
Alright, fair. We can put an engine in the back.
Store it in the trunk. It'll be fine.
What is that?
They're not going to be able to race 50 minutes.
Enjoying the live.
Marty, good luck. Be safe.
Get the riders all lined up and then get them out on a warm-up lap and then come by here. So what we understand, Kenny, checkered flag time.
Hey, was you running out of gearing?
Mine's probably in there.
Did you run out of gearing?
Stick around. We've got 6, 7 laps. ASRA Daytona Race of Champions sprint races to get in here before we wrap things up.
Doesn't know I'm on it. There's like, is there someone there?
Yeah, we're gonna have to stack these races by the time we get done.
My whole thing, I was thinking about, the front might be like surprisingly hot.
The 400 GP race, we're assuming we're gonna have to kick that off somewhere around, what, 3:30 at the latest, and then unlimited super sports fastest races of the weekend. Unlimited super sports
we put it back up.
the race where Stefano Mesa set the last track record here at Daytona International Speedway last year. So Unlimited Super Sport is coming up. That's race number 3 this afternoon. The ultra lightweight superbike race will follow that with Classic Unlimited and Formula 40 with our 40-year-old plus riders. Middleweight Super Sport this afternoon in race number 7. That's basically your 600 Super Sport class. I can't imagine how intense that race is going to be after watching the start of this team challenge. And then rounding out the day will be race number 8 as a combined Thunderbike and Bagger Racing League, Bagger GP class, where the baggers will start in the first wave and the Thunderbike machines will start in the second wave. So yeah, several races coming up later on this afternoon, and they're going to be incredible races. I can't wait to see and hear the baggers back on the racetrack here at the World Center of Racing again this afternoon.
I want to witness a bagger doing 105 miles an hour off the banking here in Daytona. That is one of those, what do you call it, the things where you spring into another dimension. Now, I'll let him tell us exactly how many horsepower that thing is pumping out, but to put that kind of speed up on the board, pushing a 630-pound machine, what are you doing? At least 180, right? Yeah. Well, rumored back here in March that the baggers machines, with the size of the grid and everything, they were going well over 180 miles per hour. And again, as we mentioned earlier, if you think drafting that we've seen here so far in the team challenge, it is even more pronounced with those big bagger machines. They'll cap off on Friday's schedule here. They'll go in the first wave as they'll run both the Bagger GP and the Bagger Production Stock classes together. They'll be in the first wave, and then all of the Thunderbikes will start in the second wave. And I would think they're going to leave a pretty good gap between the first start for the baggers and then the second start, the second wave for the Thunderbike machine. So Kenny, busy trying to assemble, make sure you get the running order and the grid positions. I'm assuming they're going to go back to lap number 28, and there'll be only 11 teams and riders on that lap.
Yeah, that sounds about right. They have one copy of the grid that they're taking up and down. I haven't gotten a copy of that yet, but as soon as they make sure that everyone sees their new grid position, I'll try to steal that away from them. But they have one copy so far that's marching up and down pit road here. But yeah, the running order looks the way that you guys were calling it, the way it looks on Speed High, and we should see them re-grid according to that running order here, and hopefully we'll be able to have a little bit quicker of a grid this time, with everyone understanding that it's a stagger start, not a straight across start.
We need to raise it so it doesn't.
That's what the issue was.
That's a good tire still, but it was.
Ken will be back out here tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock with practice and qualifying, then on into our GT races, big afternoon, including our AMA Grand Championship races. Richard Chambers will be handling the Ruoff Mortgage Victory Lane presentations for those, as Kenny Abbott will, following our team challenge here this afternoon, and then right on in to those sprint finals. So Kenny, they're going to have the podium presentations there. I think they'll try to get through those as quickly as possible to get to the 6-7 lap sprint races are on the schedule. If there's any change in terms of number of laps for those races or any adjustment on the schedule, we'll let you know here on our public address system.
Yeah, absolutely. And Pat, I was able to get the running order the way they're going to recommend here. It's going to be the 164 of Max Anglis sitting on pole position they have here. So Max Anglis on pole, the 35X machine, PM in second, with number 931 of Baus Racing on the outside of row number 1. Matt Trulove in fourth, so he'll be on the inside of row number 2 on the number 59. Marvin Fritz in the middle of row 2 with number 64, Shane Jarbone on the Burley Tire machine sitting on the outside of row 2. Number 6, Martinez Motorsports will be in position number 7. That will be on the inside of row number 3 on that big number 98 Kawasaki. 103 top row 1 is in the middle of row 3. Racing on the outside of row 3. Inside of row number 4 will be Antonio Halix, 5-Star Racing, and Harry Trulove. He's going to wear it back on row 4. Mandalo Racing, Team Mallet, and Hazardous Racing back on row 5, with really one group affinity, Chris Sullivan and Connor Coughlin back on row 6. Row 7 will be the 594 of McNology Racing, 369 of Galactic Unicorns, and Bad Decisions back there. Behind them will be the 17X of Armor Canada and Analog Racing.
So there's 2 different ones. You have the relay.
And Michael Gray. Back on row 10, you'll have Bowen Racing,
like that.
Israel Gillette, and Power Sports Kawasaki. Behind them will be Brian Grasso, Power Sports, the better one. That's the number 252 machine.
I mean, I think it's kind of like a gentleman's
rounding out row 11,
agreement,
and then back on 12, we've got Top Pro 4, Nikolai Zarayan and Patty Wagon. And rounding out the field, you've got 20 Racing and Carl Hanukkah.
Let it sit in the sun for a
That's
minute.
your grid for the restart of this 2-hour team challenge. Pat?
Want me to get you one that's not frozen?
Yeah.
Just checking the clock.
Oh, you got it cooler in there.
Several things. Kenny says checker flag at 10 after. And we're coming up here. I think you're absolutely right, Richard. By the time they get all these riders lined up and get out there for the warm-up lap, get back.
So 5 inside, right?
He's got a PB here on Zill's bike.
Pretty close to 240 because right now it is 230.
You guys are being called to the grid, so we are in the pre-grid process now, and we're being called to the grid. We are ready for our warm-up lap. Track's ready to go. Pat, sorry about that. Back up to you.
No, absolutely, Kenny. So probably 18 laps is what we speculate is what
Hey,
they'll
so I'll do
be able to get in.
2. Start.
Absolutely.
One more. Let you finish.
Next one is 5 laps.
That should be 5 laps. That should be 5 laps.
My face.
Back into the show. Good luck. Got to make up some time quick. And Max Anglis, he's trying to defend his territory. This is his place here in Daytona. You know, Matt, he's earned it over the last few years. He's been part of some great racing here. He and Mesa and all the guys in the 200 last year know who this guy is.
And looking at that GTO battle, Kenny, right now, Martinez Motorsports that are leading the point standings in GTO. They've got Grease Monkey Racing right behind them. They're also on the same line. So it looks like the GTO battle is going to go
Good? Row 8? Okay. Oh, shit.
Row 8. Go up. Just go up it. God. What happened?
I don't know.
Oh, you fucked it.
Nothing.
They work their way to the International Horseshoe. Anglaise on the infield straightaway. It looks like Diego Perez on the 35X machine jumps up into that number 2 spot, and then we've got about an 8-rider battle going on for third as they work down through into the West Horseshoe. Rich.
There it is. Okay, finally came on. Max Engler.
Power. Neutral?
I'm in neutral.
Neutral now. Try to.
So the clutch switch is still hold clutch switch?
There you go. There you go.
Right here.
Okay. just cut off. Bike just cut off.
I think it might have got too high.
Just cut off.
Is that all?
Yeah.
I think it was hot. I think
What? Yeah.
It got nice and close up to me.
The riders got hot. But on the racetrack, I believe that is Marvin Fritz, who had 28 laps completed. The red flag came out before he hit the stripe. We'll see whether or not they're able to calculate that into the final results, because right now the speed high laps chart not giving us what's happening on the racetrack.
He's got a wild drive through the chicane. Look at this, only 6 bikes behind him. He's picking up the draft now.
Some of these teams are changing riders when they're making those stops.
Fritz is charging into turn 1 in
Super Speedway coming back to the line. Not much between these two riders. Here is
Martinez, I think they had just enough of a lead. I think it has to be more than maybe 8.
It's not too often that you see. This is certainly an indication as
information
side by side, late breaking into the chicane. I think Max Engels finally came over the ground. Oh, not much, but only a half bike length separate those two bikes. What's your role with the race There are very few people here this weekend that have more laps around this racetrack from a tuner's perspective than you and Al Luddington. And besides you and Al He knows that you want to be the trail rider coming out of there as they prep a checkered flag, white flag out for the last one. A big gap, Pat. This is going to be hard to catch. Here they come. Checkered flag in the hands of the flagman. Here is Engels trying to hold on. Here comes the Yamaha of Hanukkah battling to the line. And confident. They had their whole team there, and you could just sense the energy and the joy of coming here to Daytona. Probably a race track that
about on the last lap here